Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times Tom Hiddleston was awesome.
How am I doing?
It's really educational.
People are surprised that I know the lyrics to Will Smith's Miami.
Ever had a fight with your brother?
No.
Now, did he ever wrongly imprison you after intercepting your plans for global domination while foiling your attempts to rule the human race as their king?
No, I just need to go to the bathroom.
For this list, we'll be looking at our favourite moments from the Loki actor outside of movies and TV shows in which he starred, although we will allow cameos and promotional tours. Agree or disagree with our picks? Are you Team Thor or Team Loki? Don't be shy and let us know in those comments below. Number 10, rapping Will Smith's Miami.
So we're sipping a little something to the rest of spill. Me and Charlie at the bar running up a high bill, nothing less than nil. And we dress to kill. Every time they just pass, they be like, how will y'all feel me?
Most of us have that one party trick tucked away for special occasions, and Mr. Hiddleston is no exception. In fact, he has multiple, and kicking off this list is a particularly surprising one.
So we're sipping a little something to the rest of spill. Me and Charlie at the bar running up a high bill.
You know those moments when a great song comes on and you belt out the lyrics at the top of your voice? If you're anything like us, you can normally manage a few lines before you have to admit that you don't really know all the words. Well, when it comes to Will Smith's Miami, Tom Hiddleston can not only rap the whole song, but faster than the original too.
Just the type of town I can spend a few days in Miami, the city that keeps the roof blazing.
It might be a very specific party trick, but hey, he does it well.
I only came for 2 days of playing, but every time I come, I always wind up staying. This is the type of town I can spend a few days in Miami, the city that keeps the groove blazing.
Number 9, making math more accessible.
All right, everyone out there revising your equations, here's how they go. Einstein's theory of relativity is E equals mc squared.
Let's be honest, revising for exams is a boring process. However, it appears that BBC Radio 1 have found the perfect solution, asking Tom Hiddleston to read out math equations on the air. The classically trained actor was able to not only make them sound more interesting, but somewhat sultry too.
The Pythagorean equation is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. This means that for all right-angled triangles, the square on the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares on the other two sides.
Who knew mathematics could be so erotically charged? We don't know about anybody else, but Einstein's theory of relativity seems so much more memorable now. Should Tom Hiddleston find himself out of the acting profession, we know there's an entire ASMR audience out there just waiting to snap up his silky tones.
Pi is the circumference divided by the diameter of any circle.
Number 8, busting out the iambic pentameter.
Because no matter how much you claim to love me, you're gonna never have a frost giant sitting on the throne of Asgard.
One reason Kenneth Branagh cast a relatively unknown Tom Hiddleston as Loki was due to his knowledge that the young actor knew Shakespeare, and by knew, we mean knew. Hiddleston not only knows the words by heart, he gets the characters.
Once more onto the breach, dear friend! Once more! Or close the wall up with our English dead!
It made for a great dynamic between rival brothers in the Thor franchise, and for some wonderful moments outside of Marvel too. After being cued in by Mark Hoppus, Tom Hiddleston launches into a full Henry V speech, without first looking at the book.
Once more onto the breach, dear friends! Once more! Or close the wall up with our English dead!
He'd go on to play Henry in the Hollow Crown series.
Once more onto the breach, dear friends! Once more! Or close the wall up with our English dead!
Number 7, Snake Hips.
You had to have a summer party with any of your castmates. Who would be the best one to have a summer party with?
Stellan Skarsgård.
As part of the Thor The Dark World promotional tour in 2013, Tom Hiddleston found himself in bed with Josh Horowitz. At the time, MTV had a digital exclusive interview that took the format of a slumber party, during which host Josh Horowitz would play teenage-esque games such as F, Marry, Kill, and Truth or Dare.
Thor, Odin, Heimdall.
Whoa! Me?
Yeah.
Wow, that's dark, man.
The latter is where Hiddleston admitted to seeing Chris Hemsworth naked before being dared to dance.
Truth or dare?
Truth.
Have you ever seen Chris Hemsworth naked?
Yes.
And boy did he dance, throwing out various moves, including the snake hips.
The snake hips, dude.
Naturally, the interview was capped off with a pillow fight.
Pillow fight!
I told you we don't do pillow fights.
Number 6, The Great Escapo.
Now, folks, the Great Escapo!
Okay, so cameoing in a Muppets movie is not really an untypical occurrence. The franchise has had a plethora of Hollywood stars show up for a few moments and then disappear into the background.
We've got Tom Hiddleston, Sean Combs, Zach Galifianakis, and Salma Hayek.
That's a good list!
But now there's no time to mention Ray Liotta.
But of all the cameos in this particular installment of the Muppets franchise, Hiddleston stands out. Ironically, it's one of the shorter ones too, portraying the Gulag prisoner, an escapologist, the Great Escapo. The actor is adorned with a ridiculous mustache and before breaking a chain, trying to run away and being stopped with a taser.
Oh no you don't. Nice try, Escapo.
It's short and sweet, but incredibly funny, and a pleasant surprise to see such a big name in such a blink and you'll miss it role. Number 5, Snake Hips, Part 2. Something about the Thor the Dark World promotional tour seemed to unlock a bit of a dance revolution within Tom Hiddleston, as it proved impossible to keep the man still. This time, as part of the Korean leg of the tour, the Loki actor was on stage busting enough moves to give anyone hip envy in front of a crowd of screaming Soul fans.
And I was taking some questions on stage.
Evidently, he was more than happy to go above and beyond for his followers, as he would show off his dance moves again on Alan Carr Chatty Man 2. Number 4, Velociraptor.
I'm gonna regret this.
Tom Hiddleston is known for his killer impressions, and this is one of his finest. 2013 was an amazing year for the actor, with Thor the Dark World coming out off the back of his incredible villainous turn in 2012's The Avengers. Say what you will about the second Thor movie, but Loki was a true highlight of the film. The promo tour kicked off at the San Diego Comic-Con, which also featured an impressive recreation of the raptors in the kitchen scene from Jurassic Park. It's picture and pitch perfect as he recreates both the dinosaurs' movements and calls to the delight of everyone. Number 3, Loki and his mini proteges.
I am Loki of Asgard.
Once again, as part of the, you guessed it, Thor the Dark World promotional tour, Tom Hiddleston took part in a rather low-key affair on Comedy Central.
Who's a better superhero, Thor or Loki?
Thor!
Appearing in his full getup as the adopted son of Odin, Loki appeared to be hosting a Sesame Street-esque series of brief TV spots, where he sat down with a group of children.
And he has a big hammer, and sometimes he hits the hammer on the ground and all the bad guys fall down just because he's so strong and he can knock them over with just his hammer.
See who needs a hammer? I push you over with my bare hands.
It was a good opportunity to see the usually arrogant god of mischief on his back foot for a change, lamenting their enthusiasm for Thor and for a hitherto unknown superhero named Banana Head Fartman.
Who's the most powerful superhero?
Iron Man.
Wrong.
Grilled cheese man.
He's not even a superhero.
Banana Head Fartman.
I'm pretty sure you just made that up.
Loki of Asgard, Babysitter, coming to cinemas soon. Number 2, Heat, starring Tom Hiddleston as Robert De Niro and Al Pacino.
But if it's between you and some poor bastard whose wife you're gonna turn into a widow, brother, you are going down.
With an endless supply of party tricks at his disposal, Tom Hiddleston is generally a great guest on all the talk shows he appears on. One particularly impressive skill is his impersonations.
Oh, no. I'm from now. I go back in time.
On The Graham Norton Show, he gave his best Owen Wilson and Christopher Walken.
You know, I feel like what this show needs is more cowbell.
But the highlight was his recreation of the famous diner scene from Michael Mann's Heat, starring Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. He was able to give this performance in front of the legendary De Niro himself.
What if you do got me boxed in? Then I gotta put you down.
Even De Niro seemed impressed.
What if you do got me boxed in? I'm not gonna put you down.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 1, Loki takes over Hall H. San Diego Comic-Con 2013.
I am Loki of Asgard, and I am burdened with glorious purpose.
If you can't guess which movie this publicity stunt was promoting, then we'd be surprised. However, despite all the wonderful moments Tom Hiddleston gave us in his promotion for Thor: The Dark World, nothing will quite top the way it kicked off. During the Marvel panel in Hall H, the lights went out and Tom Hiddleston's voice cut through the darkness.
Look how far you've fallen.
When the lights came on, standing before an ecstatic audience was Loki himself. For several minutes without a break in character, Loki roasted the entire audience. He basically stole the show even before the movie came out.
The bright lure of freedom diminishes your life's joy in a mad scramble for a place in this chamber.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK and subscribe for more great content.